So today we are diving into the common pitfalls of RAID in project management and how you can navigate your projects to success without hitting those icebergs.
I will say around 70 to 80% of project managers they create a RAID mechanism in the beginning of the project, but they don't execute it. So this defeats the purpose of the RAID mechanism, right?
The team is aware of current risks and can address them proactively. So another common mistake that we see is not involving the entire team in identifying the risks and dependencies.
Having a proactive approach in managing risks and issues always helps to mitigate them. See, mitigating is the not only objective here, mitigate them effectively.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Tech Sambad. Imagine you are steering a ship through a stormy seas and you have a map, but it's outdated and your crew is also only half informed and they don't know everything about the looming icebergs that are up ahead. That's what managing a project without a proper RAID log feels like. So today we are diving into the common pitfalls of RAID in project management and how you can navigate your projects to success without hitting those icebergs. Or have you ever felt like your project is spiraling out of control, and despite having a plan in place, everything is not working? You might be falling into the common traps with RAID management. Today we are here to help you and identify all those pitfalls. So we'll be talking about this crucial topic that many project managers need to pay attention and stop making those common RAID mistakes in project management. Now RAID stands for risks, assumptions, issues and dependencies. It's a powerful tool for project management, but when this is mismanaged, it can lead to a lot of chaos. So folks, let's start. I'm Pramesh and joining me today is my co-host Shalin. So how are you doing today, Shalin?
Good, Ramesh. Good. Thanks for asking. Okay, so let's start discussing or uncovering the most frequent RAID mistakes that can derail even the best laid project plans also. Right? So let's learn how to steer your project towards success. So the RAID planning or RAID management is very important, guys. So I'm very excited to dive into today's topic, Ramesh. So we are discussing here in project management methodology is the RAID part. As you already mentioned, RAID is risk, assumption, and issues and dependencies. So RAID management. And it is a very crucial framework, but many project managers make common mistake when implementing it, and that force them to create a path for failure, basically. And so let's try to understand what is the first common mistake that people make with RAID management.
Absolutely, Shalin. So it can be a very powerful tool also. And if it is used correctly, right? So let's talk about that and help our listeners avoid those pitfalls. So one major mistake that people make and keep doing is failing to regularly update the RAID log. So people actually create the RAID log and then just don't update it. Many teams create the log at the start of the project and then forget about it. This can lead to outdated information and missed risks or issues that may be plaguing the project.
Very true, Ramesh. I will say around 70 to 80% of project managers they create a RAID mechanism in the beginning of the project, but they don't execute it. So this defeats the purpose of the RAID mechanism, right? RAID management. So because our projects are always dynamic, and so are our risks and issues also dynamic.
Yeah, exactly.
Continuously upgrade the RAID log, and we need to execute our RAID plan, establish RAID plan thoroughly.
Yeah, that's a great point, Shailen. Regular updates are very essential. You should review the RAID log in every project management meeting that you're conducting to keep everyone aligned. So this practice helps identify new risks and ensures that assumptions are still valid, right? So regular updates ensure that the team is aware of current risks and can address them proactively. So another common mistake that we see is not involving the entire team in identifying the risks and dependencies. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, this is also one very popular, I will say, mistake from it. So when only few individuals manage the RAID log, this is also biggest root cause of failure. Right. So what happens that few people who are managing the RAID log, they will not have the crucial insight that other team members could provide. It is important to have a diverse perspective to capture all potential risks and assumptions. Then you update your RAID log. So that's the point here.
That is true. So now moving on to the next mistake, Shalin, like people actually neglect to involve the right stakeholders also, right?
Right.
So sometimes project managers fail to engage team members who might have valuable insights about potential risks or assumptions.
That's so true, Pramesh. So involving the whole team, actually including the people who are hands-on, who are working on the ground, helps in capturing a wider range of perspective as well as the real problem, real issue. It's also very crucial for fostering a sense of ownership and accountability also.
And the next one, Shalin, is about confusing assumptions as well, right? And then confusing them with like facts which are different. So sometimes teams treat assumptions as if they are guaranteed truths without verifying them. That also happens a lot.
Yeah, that's the big one. So should always be validated as early as possible during the entire project life cycle. If they are not verified, they can lead to significant issues later on. So assumptions need to be verified thoroughly.
And then the next one, like if we talk about dependencies you talked about, is about overlooking those dependencies, especially like the external ones. So how should project managers handle this one?
So project managers need to map out all dependencies clearly and communicate them to the all identified stakeholders. And external dependencies are particularly very tricky, and because they often involve factors outside our team control, so we need to be a little bit careful for external dependency. What will be our communication plan for them? So
well said, Shali. Like understanding dependencies is very critical. If one task is dependent on other and that relationship isn't tracked, it could derail your entire project timeline, right? So this can lead to project delays and miscommunication at most. The next mistake, if you talk about, is being too vague in defining risks and issues. It's like important to be specific, isn't it? So, for example, like instead of saying we might run out of resources, specify we could run out of developer resources due to conflicted project priorities.
Definitely. And see, the clarity in documentation always help in better understanding and prioritization. And this way, everyone knows exactly what are the risks and how we can mitigate them.
Yeah, great point, Shal. Like lastly, another mistake is not having a clear action plan for each risks or issues also, right? So it's not enough to just list them. There should be defined action, ownership, and deadlines that are associated with those risks.
So that's a key takeaway information for our discussion. Having a proactive approach in managing risks and issues always helps to mitigate them. See, mitigating is the not only objective here, mitigate them effectively, right? And so that we can keep our project on track without any hiccup.
Yeah, good advice, Shalin. Like, let's talk about ignoring minor issues until they become major issues also, right? This is a common oversight, isn't it?
Right. See, minor issues should be addressed promptly before they get escalated, and ignoring them can lead to bigger challenges that derail your project timeline, budget, or anything, or even unhappy customer. Right. So we need to address any issue, whatever we see, immediately.
So to avoid these mistakes, let's discuss how new project managers can effectively implement RAID, right? So like, we have to make regular updates. Keep your RAID log up to date. Review it regularly throughout the project lifecycle. Make sure, you have stakeholder involvement. Engage your team and stakeholders in identifying those risks, assumptions, issues, and dependencies. Clear communication is very important. Ensure everyone understands their roles in managing these elements. And proactive monitoring, less said, more like we actually talk about it. But continuously monitoring risks and adjust strategies is that is the need of the hour, Shalin.
Yeah, definitely, Pramesh. And to summarize, right, these mistakes, what we need to do, what you said, to summarize it, is failing to regularly update the RAID log, you are creating a problem. You are going to fail. The project will fail. And the second part is not involving the entire team, identifying risks and dependencies. That's another mistake.
Yes.
Then confusing assumption with facts, it's another mistake. Right? Overlooking the dependencies, it's another mistake. Ignoring minor issues or resolving issues on time is another mistake. Then see, if we keep avoiding these mistakes which we just discussed now, follow our project best practices, and project managers can develop RAID effectively. And to ensure the projects run smoothly, and RAID planning and RAID execution is very important.
That is very true, Shalin. So remember, the managing a project without a well-maintained rate log is like sailing blindfolded. So by avoiding these common mistakes, like which Shalin also just highlighted, you can ensure your project stays on course and reaches its destination smoothly, and there's no hiccup.
Yeah, see, I request my viewers to let's stop making these common late mistakes, which we discussed just now, and start steering our projects towards success with confidence and clarity. And I will say to our users, thanks for tuning into our Tech Samvad, and we hope you found this discussion insightful. Please don't forget to subscribe for more expert tips and project management and technology, which we always discuss here, right? And as always, keep the conversation going on, and please share your thoughts and experience with us on our social media in form of comments. For next time, until next time, please remember every great project begins with a strong foundation. Make sure you build your project foundation in a solid way, concrete way.
Yeah, folks, so take care, everyone. And remember, a well-managed RAID is your compass in the world of project management. So, effective project management isn't just about having a plan. It's like about being proactive and staying adaptable. So, take these insights back to your teams and start implementing them today itself. Let's not just manage projects, let's master them. And stay curious, stay connected, keep innovating, and keep doing Tech Samvad. So, until next time, see you and goodbye.
Bye.